Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Grand Rising, Western New York. Yesterday I went live. Not live, I apologize. Yesterday I made a recording. And in that recording, things did not go as planned. I planned to be all dressed nice and pretty. I planned not to be a nightgown in my room. But things kept happening. Life kept lifing. And I had a goal and still have a goal. I wanted to speak to the elected officials. Not only the elected officials, I wanted to speak to those people who live in the area where the elected officials serve. Okay? So this is not scripted. There's no script. I'm just speaking off the top. So my message, I wanted people to hear my message and not pay attention to my clothing. Yet I know people will. People are people. Humans are humans. And humans are going to be humans. Yet still, there are still people out there who need help with their housekeeping. There are still elderly people out there who need assistance. And I have a solution for that. And it was said to me that the businesses and the elected officials are not going to help me because of my attire and their location of where the video was. And I'm like, okay, I could have dressed better. I could have been in a better location. Today, I'm in a sweatshirt, a hoodie, in my car, in the rain, unplanned event, and there are still people out there who need help, and I still want to help them, people. So if you're seeing this and you are an elected official, you should have an email, okay, with a sponsorship request, okay? And if you do not have an email with a sponsorship request, you may be getting tagged on multiple social media platforms. And by chance you did not get that email and still did not get tagged by myself or anybody else, you still see this, okay? This is still my request. I'm still asking for that sponsorship, okay? I want to help as many people as possible. And the individual who pointed out the negatives in my video, I still would like to thank them for their constructive criticism. I would like to thank them for the lead to the grant that I am going to apply for, okay, for my company. So this, if you know of anybody, a new mom, if you know of anybody who is disabled, and a few times it was asked to me, well, why would anybody want to help somebody clean? Excuse me. Because there's a lot of moms out there and their homes are a mess. I'm one of them, by the way. Yes. My house is, I struggle with hoarding to this day. And my house shows it. often. Okay? And they can't afford the housekeeping help. But, a messy environment leads to a ton of health problems. There are children living in those environments. I was one of those children. My mom was a hoarder. Okay? And it's not the child's fault. Then you have cases like, I have an uncle who just went blind one day. He was what I would call a neat freak. His house was like the opposite of mine growing up and mine currently. But when he went blind, to go in his house, to me it smelled like a porta potty. Okay? But he was blind. You clean it. 2 days later, go in there again, it smelled like a porta potty. And it wasn't his fault. He still needed that help. He still deserved to live in a home without that mess. Then you have the young man I've seen around Hamburg with the missing lower extremities. I don't know his home condition. His house could be immaculate. I don't know that. But what I do know is, I don't know if I will be able to clean effectively if I had no legs. I don't know that. I gather I'm trying to walk around even on my knees. I didn't see the young man have any knees from my recollection of me seeing him. I only seen him once. So he didn't he just walking around on his hips, groin area. Excuse my ignorance. I'm not sure what to call that area as I'm pointing to mine. But I really think I would need some help. There was a lady who visited a church that I used to attend. She was missing an arm. And if I remember correctly, this was years ago, maybe at least 15 years ago. So I believe it was her right leg, her right arm. I apologize. And my dominant arm is my right arm. So if I lose my dominant arm, I'm gonna have to learn how to use my left hand more effectively. That will be a struggle. At the very least, in the beginning, it will be a struggle. So people like that could use some help. If you know of anybody in any similar situation that I mentioned, and you know where they live, tag that area. Tag that official. So we can get these sponsorships. I am asking for 100, okay, audition cleans. What is an audition clean? Okay. Everybody, no matter what, they have to pass the background check to join my roster. Whether they're the cleaner, whether they're the personal assistant, you have to pass the roster. Now, the cleaners, they will get a 3-hour audition clean. I'll be charging $82 for the audition clean for the 3 hours. A ridiculously reduced rate just that one time. Okay? And the cleaner will then get $60. for the audition clean. So in the audition, it will be documented and posted. The cleaner could record them cleaning before and after. They could take pictures before and after, or record them cleaning before, during, and after. Okay. And then the public endorses. I would ask for an endorsement from the With Mother team, an endorsement from the client, and an endorsement especially from the public to endorse the good cleaners. Okay. Then I'm also asking for 50 standard cleans. These people would have already passed the background check, had the audition clean, and then they will get they will be allowed to clean 50 areas, 50 spaces. Then I'm asking for 25 deep cleans in one ward per district. Big ask, I know. But there's a lot of people who need that help. You know, there's a lot of senior citizens, a lot of new moms, a lot of low income, a lot of disabled, not only the disabled that I mentioned, there's a whole host of other disabilities where people could use the assistance. Share, like, comment, tag some folks. Yes, I will be going live or doing another recording again. Maybe it will be in my car. Maybe it will be in my living room. But you know what? This is me. I wanted to show the human Candida. Thank you.